'cause I know you've been waiting for me. Girl, I know you've been waiting for me. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, and I'm speeding. I'm on my way and I'm speeding. We go away for the weekend. We go away for the weekend. I'm loving the language you speaking. I beat it up, have you leaking. Just stay for the night, stay for the night. Baby girl, you could be babe for the night, yeah, yeah. I get a feeling, I'm feeling the vibe, yeah, yeah. They say the limit, the sky, yeah, yeah. Just hit me up and I'll be on my way to you. Oh. Hit me up and I'll be on my way to you.
What it do, Cozy family? Welcome back to the channel. It feels like I've been gone for so long and I've only been gone for a week. I've been trying to keep it consistent with the uploads, but real life hits. If you guys don't know, you probably see a lot of boxes in the background. I'm currently in the works of moving. We will be moving very, very soon, so you will not see this background maybe in the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to record as much videos as I can because that process is going to be so ridiculous. More on that later on. I will be making a whole separate video talking about what we decided to do, but that's later down the line. Before this video starts though, I don't know if you've heard from a little birdie, I don't know. We're on the road to 500 subs. Once we reach 500 subs, me and Destiny is going to do a massive giveaway. We haven't given no type of details, no type of what am I going to win. No. It's gonna be something from the heart, and especially with this whole pandemic and a lot of people just not working, and it's just super hard for a lot of people, so we want to give back. So once we reach that milestone, it's really easy. All you have to do is subscribe down below, drop a comment saying done or anything nice, screenshot that you subscribed, and if this card don't shut up, screenshot that you subscribed, send it to either me or Destiny's Instagram through DMs, and that's how we'll, keep track of who's been, supportive and so on and so forth. So you pretty much know what's going on. So for the longest time, a lot of people's been wondering, like, what does my tattoo say? I have a lot of tattoos. I definitely want to get more down the line. Tattoos tell a story, in my personal opinion, it tells a story. And a lot of my tattoos were done when I was, down and out, depressed, and during the time that I just really didn't know who I was. I wasn't doing YouTube, I didn't meet Destiny. There's just a lot of things going on in my life, so a part of me wants to cover a lot of these tattoos, pretty much like a blank slate, start new, start fresh. But another part of me is like, you always have to look at yourself and remember where you came from. In this video, I'm going to show you guys my tattoos and give you any type of stories behind each one if I do have a story. I said a lot of these tattoos were done when I was 16, 17, so they don't mean that much to me, but it just reminds me of where I came from and what I was dealing with at that very time. Like my first tattoo was my dad's name. My dad passed away a couple of years ago, and he was literally my best friend. Multiple videos on this subject. He was my best friend. That was my ride or die. That was my go-to guy. That was literally my world and more. So when he passed away, I just felt like I needed him to be with me always, especially like the way that I grew up, how I grew up, who I surrounded myself with. It was just a lot of things, bad vibes, demons in my head, a lot of things going on. So a lot of people would tell me back then, like, yo, why don't you just pray to God? And I don't want to, change the vibe of this video, but I do believe in God. But when I pray to my dad and my brother. But like having his name on me was just like a sign of, me being safe. No matter where I'm at, me being safe. So this next tattoo, it was right around tax season. I ended up getting my taxes. I was just stunting. I told my best friend Julie, I'm like, yo, let's go get taxed. So I ended up going to this spot up in Harlem on 125th. This is where I got the first tattoo, my dad's name. So I go, completely different person working at this time. So I'm like, okay, let me try it out. I gave him some ideas of what I wanted. You know, I knew the concept, but I didn't expect it to be this way. And it's my dream tattoo. I am a firm believer of follow your own dreams, no matter what. You know, I'm actually doing that right now, like making these videos and having a son on the way and just changing my whole perspective on life, grinding on this YouTube thing. You know, everything that I wanted to do back then, I'm actually doing it now, and I'm following my dream. This is my dream, to make videos, to make people happy, to make people laugh, to change somebody's day, because I know when I was down and out, the only people that I could really go to were my internet friends, and they weren't even my friends because they didn't even know I existed. Like, I want to say Travis Williams, Casey Neistat, Joe Santagato, a fellow New Yorker, Markiplier, Dashy Games. The list could go on. That just motivated me to be like, you know what, if they could do it, I'm gonna do it too. The way that he did it, I liked it, but I don't like it at the same time. Like, the clouds are just, I guess it's because it's been so many years and I haven't touched it up that it looks kind of weird. But all in all, I mean, that's the main tattoo that pops out. Like, people will see that tattoo and be like, oh, what does that say? And I would explain it to them and they actually like it. So again, this was a tattoo that a lot of things was going on in my life. And I was literally at that point where I was gonna switch my life around. And long and behold, I just ended up getting this tattoo. So I didn't really want to talk about this tattoo specifically because it was a part of my life where I was dating someone and it just didn't end up going well. And the past is the past, I understand that. Every time I look at this tattoo, it just reminds me of all the bullshit that I was put through and all the drama, and that's what makes me love this tattoo even more, because everything that I dealt with, like relationship wise, everything that I've dealt with, it brought me to destiny and it brought me to my son. So I don't regret anything in life, but it will be one of my favorite tattoos, and it's the owl tattoo. This tattoo, words can't even explain how much I love it. I have a real big thing with owls. I love owls. I actually would want a pet owl if I could. There's certain places that you could actually get a license to have an owl, and I definitely want one because they're just so cute, and it's just like with their beady eyes, it's just really cute. But Destiny does not want it at all. She's petrified of them. But again, it was a part of my life that I was dealing with a lot, and just so happened that I ended up getting this tattoo, and things didn't really work out between me and such. So I don't really think about her. I just think about all the shit that I was put through whenever I look at this tattoo. That tattoo was one of my recent ones. I ended up getting it when me and Destiny made 3 years. I kind of surprised her. She didn't expect it at all. And I decided to do it because it shows my love and my dedication to her, especially all the shit that I put her through and the fact that she's still here. I felt like that's what she deserved. I did it behind her back, and right below the tail is her name. It hurt like a bitch. It hurt so much, especially the D.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
The D right here. Alright, so quick story. A couple of years ago when I was playing baseball, I was really trying to make it pro. I was in a team a couple of years ago, and long story short, I slid into second. I was still in first base. I was going into second. I slid and my hand hit the bag. It either hit the bag or it just like got caught on, because I used to wear like compression sleeves and stuff. So it hit or got caught on something, either his cleats or something, and my wrist dislocated in, I believe, 2 places. It hurt so much. So it got healed. I never had surgery on it, like that specific spot. I never had surgery on it. They just pretty much put the bone together. I actually till this day have still a bone that's just like lingering around, and doctor said it was just completely fine. Like, I didn't have anything to worry about. But from time to time, if I have my hand a certain way, it hurts so much. So actually having my hand like this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's so hard to see, but I have a bone sticking out right here. And so having my arm like this, and then especially having the needle penetrate that just hurts so much. But this is literally one of my favorite tattoos. Will be, like I said, getting more down the line. I definitely want to finish my sleeve. I want to do something that has to represent my son and, you know, my family. Talking about my family, my next tattoo, like I spoke about my dad, I have a tattoo on my brother. My brother, me and him wasn't really as close as brother and brother should be. I was young when he passed away. I was around 11, 12. So it was definitely like hard, especially now that I'm a man and bringing my son in and he's not gonna meet his nephew. It's just a different, you know, vibe. I love this tattoo. I love this tattoo so much that I didn't want to put the clouds. The tattoo artist at the time was like, yo, I could fix it up for you, because I only wanted his name in the rose because he loved black roses. So I'm like, if you could fix it up and make it look nice, go ahead. So he put the clouds around it. I'm just like, ooh, that's really nice. Alright, so a couple of videos back, I showed you my collection on my Dragon Ball Z pops and action figures and stuff. So you guys know I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. Literally, once the Broly movie came out, I ended up getting this tattoo. Literally the next day. I'm a big fan. And that's just the nerd inside of me that comes out sometimes. I like how it came out. I definitely need to retouch it, but I'm not really worried about it right now because this is one of the tattoos that I potentially cover because I want to get something better done. So the second to last tattoo that I am going to show you guys is one that's really noticeable. I mean, everybody sees it. Every time I talk with my hands, I talk with my hands a lot, so every time I talk with my hands, you guys can see it, and it's my Forgiven tattoo. Do not mind the cut that I have. I always get cut for some reason, but this tattoo means a lot to me because it's literally self-explanatory. Forgiven. I've forgiven myself for pretty much everything that I've done because I had to find forgiveness to continue on with life, to really be happy with myself. And this tattoo specifically, where it's at, how it is exactly how one of my favorite YouTubers have it. His name is Travis Williams. I'm gonna put a picture up right here or right here. A lot of people, when they saw it, they're like, oh, you're trying to copy him. I mean, yeah, I guess you can say that. I don't necessarily care. It doesn't matter what people say. Like, I'm still gonna, if I want to copy somebody's tattoo, I'm gonna copy somebody's tattoo. I mean, I didn't know it was a crime, but I got this for that specific reason. I had to find forgiveness to move on. So the last tattoo I have is by far the most meaningful tattoo ever. This was my last tattoo I've ever gotten. Like I said, I want to get more down the line, but not right now. And it's my representation of myself dealing with depression. I've dealt with depression all my life, so it pretty much shows me holding an umbrella, trying to, you know, stay away from the rain, but little do I know the rain is actually coming from the umbrella. Just a lot of dark days in my past, a lot of things that I've dealt with that, you know, I'm not proud of, and obstacles that I had to jump over, hurdles that I had to jump over. So if I'm here right now and I'm putting a smile on my face and I'm just, you know, really, really happy, anybody that's dealing with depression and anxiety, you guys could do the same. That's the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people was wondering, you know, what my tattoos meant or what my tattoos said. That's pretty much it. If you guys didn't hear me in the beginning of the video, we're on the road to 500 subs. So if you guys could do me a small favor, scroll down and subscribe to this channel, drop a like, just support the family. The family's getting big. You know, we're almost there. You know, we're literally like 50% away from being at 500 subs. You guys can make it happen, so I would gladly appreciate it. And like I always say, be humble, remain hungry, and stay cozy.